I'm Alyse. Hi, welcome to TerrierVision. Today we welcome a new member to the Wofford community, new women's head basketball coach, Jimmy Garrity. Jimmy, welcome to Wofford. Welcome to Spartanburg.
Well, I'm really excited to be here and excited to be a part of this Wofford family.
Now tell us a little bit about your background. You said you grew up in Cary, North Carolina. Tell us about your background and how basketball became a part of your life.
Well, I was born and raised in the Raleigh area. And I really got started in the basketball arena at UNC Wilmington. So I was actually in the athletic department and fundraising, and Coach Brad Brownell was the basketball coach there. And when he became the head coach, he was promoted from associate head coach to head coach. He came down to my office that day and asked me if I wanted to be a part of his staff. And of course, I jumped at the opportunity and was really fortunate and blessed to work with some good coaches at UNCW, Coach Brownell, and then I moved to the women's side with Coach Ann Hancock, and I owe both of them a lot of credit, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity that they gave me.
And now these coaches you mentioned at UNCW, and then you also went on to Clemson for a period of time. Talk about how each of these different people and places you've been influenced you.
Yeah, I mean, I've been blessed to work with some really good, talented people that are great motivators and know the game, and from Brad Brownell to Coach Ann Hancock, and then to Coach Cynthia Cooper, who's arguably one of the best women's basketball players of all time. And then from Wilmington, I moved to Clemson, had an opportunity there to work with Coach Atora Coleman, and then I was blessed to have an opening at Anderson University as a head coach, and very fortunate to get that job, and really am excited about the new opportunities that lie here at Wofford. I think this team is ready to do some good things. I'm excited to work with our players and get going.
You mentioned Anderson, your most recent experience. You were very successful there, taking your team to the NCAA tournament in back-to-back years, and you were the conference coach of the year. Talk about your time there and what it meant to you being at Anderson.
Well, Anderson is a really special place. Dr. Whitaker and Nancy Simpson and Bill DeAndre to give me the opportunity to coach what a wonderful group of players. Really, it's all goes back to the players. We had a great group of kids that bought into what we were trying to do and bought into what we were selling. All about teamwork and teammates and being good to each other and caring for one another and loving one another. And they played for one another. And, on top of that, high character people that happened to be really good basketball players. And some of their biggest motivation was they didn't want to let each other down. And so when you have that happen in a locker room, some really special things can happen. And we were fortunate to go to the NCAA the last 2 years, Sweet 16 the year before, and made it to the second round this past year. And I'm confident that those guys are going to continue to have much success.
Talking about the closeness of the team and that experience you had at Anderson, you also mentioned today that you're going to teach them basketball and grow their game. Talk a little bit more about your coaching philosophies.
Well, I love to teach, first of all. So the player that they come in won't resemble the player that they leave. And we'll add parts to their game each year for them to work on. And so by the time they're done, they have a large arsenal to what they can do. In basketball IQ, we teach that, and that's just really learning how to play, because the way scouting is these days, everybody has good plays, right? But all the teams that you play, they know what you're going to run. We know what they're going to run. So the teams that usually have the most success are those teams when something breaks down, they have somebody that can go out there and make a play, and that's where that basketball IQ comes in there and just playing basketball. So our players will hear me say that a lot.
And a great new facility right behind us to teach basketball and work on that basketball IQ. How excited are you about these new facilities?
This is going to be phenomenal. To have that and to be able to recruit with a facility that's got all the bells and whistles that you want. And of course, student athletes today coming up, they like that stuff. Let's just be honest. It means a lot to them. And I think they have a great opportunity to have a fantastic experience playing in that. And this place will have all the bells and whistles they can possibly have, and we're really excited.
Well, we're really excited to have you here and welcome you to the Wofford community. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much.